All right, let's cut through all the tech hype. Today, we're going to break down how you can score some really significant, immediate wins for your business with simple process improvements. And the best part? No complex AI needed. Let's jump in.
If you're running a business, I bet this question has crossed your mind. I mean, all you hear about is how AI is going to revolutionize everything. But is it really the only way forward? Especially when you need results like yesterday.
So this is really what it boils down to. On one side, you have the promise of AI. It's expensive, it's complicated, and it's really focused on some distant future. But on the other side, you've got today's reality. Low-cost, simple changes that can get you wins right away. That's the space we're going to be playing in.
And that right there is the big takeaway for this entire explainer. It's not about making one giant risky leap. Nope. It's about taking a bunch of small, totally manageable steps. These little wins stack up and create some serious momentum for your business.
You know, this quote from our source material just nails the idea perfectly. Starting small isn't just about fixing one little thing. It's about building a foundation, building up your team's confidence, and that foundation is what lets you tackle the bigger stuff, maybe even AI, when the time is actually right.
So, how do you actually do this? Well, we've boiled it all down into a super simple, actionable playbook. Think of this as your framework for getting those immediate results we're talking about. 4 steps. Seriously, that's it. No complicated jargon, no 100-page manuals, just a straight line to making things better. And here they are. Plain and simple. Analyze, implement, measure, and foster. This is our roadmap. So, let's dive into that first step, shall we?
Step 1 is all about analyzing. I mean, you can't fix what you don't understand, right? This means you've got to actually watch how the work gets done. You need to talk to the people doing the work every day, your employees. They know where the real problems are. Heck, you could even draw a simple diagram to see where things get stuck, or where you're doing the same thing twice.
Okay, so you've done your homework, you've found a bottleneck. What's next? Well, that brings us right to step 2, implement. And the key word here is small. We are not trying to rebuild the whole company in a weekend. We're making tiny, low-risk adjustments.
For instance, a great place to start is with simple automation. So many of those little repetitive tasks can be handled by tools you probably already have. Things like using QuickBooks for invoicing or a project management tool like Trello to keep tasks straight, or even just using a shared calendar to stop the back and forth of scheduling meetings.
Oh, and here's another huge one. Streamline your communication. Just think about how much time gets absolutely destroyed in endless email chains. Moving those conversations to a platform like Slack or Microsoft Teams can make a world of difference. It centralizes everything, gets you answers faster, and just helps everyone make clearer decisions.
Now for step 3, measure. How in the world do you know if these changes are actually working? That's where KPIs come in. And don't let the acronym scare you. A KPI, a key performance indicator, is just a number you can track. It's a measurable value, like how much time you saved or how much costs went down, that proves your changes are making a real impact. And that brings us to our final step, number 4. And honestly, this one might be the most important. You have to foster a culture where this becomes normal. This isn't a one-and-done project. The goal is to make making things better just part of your company's DNA, where everybody is always on the lookout for a smarter way to work.
All right, so that's the playbook. But does this stuff actually work in the real world? Oh, you bet it does. Let's look at a couple of quick examples that show just how powerful these simple changes can be.
First up, picture a local retail shop. Their number one headache was that they kept running out of their most popular items. You can imagine the result: frustrated customers and lost sales. Not good.
Now you might think the solution was some crazy expensive new inventory software. Nope. They just got all their employees on one simple communication platform so they could easily coordinate inventory with what was coming in on delivery trucks.
And the result? Just look at that, a 30% reduction in stockouts. That is a massive win for their bottom line and for customer happiness, all from one little change in how they talk to each other.
Here's another one real quick. A small marketing agency was basically drowning in paperwork, spending hours every single week pulling manual reports. By switching to a simple, automated dashboard, they literally turned hours of work into minutes. Just think about all that creative energy they freed up.
Okay, feeling inspired? I hope so, because we're not going to just leave you here. We're going to give you a dead simple checklist so you can walk away and make your very first move, like today.
Here it is, your game plan. First, just take a look at a current process. Then, set a clear goal for it. Pick a simple tool for the job, and then, this is key,
Implement just one small change. See what happens, measure it, and of course, get feedback from your team. That's it. That's your starting line.
So that brings us to the final and I think the most important question of all. After everything we've talked about, what is the one small, simple change that you're going to make this week to start building your own momentum?